Good Monday morning to you all. It is definitely a big change from yesterday morning. Um, I managed to finish building the raised garden with the wood on our garden yesterday morning when it was about 65 degrees. Now we're about 20 degrees cooler and definitely a little more damp as we start out the day. Hopefully, you enjoyed last week's extended period of fantastic weather. And we were fortunate enough to have it go right on through the weekend. Helped me get a lot done as well. Helped us get a lot done. We managed to go out as well. Out to Went to Lorello's um, Vineyards out in Geneva, Ohio. We got great vineyards here locally, of course, or winery. Excuse me. They have vineyards as well. But we think of the Erie and up toward New York, which have some fantastic wineries. But going west Ohio, they have some good wineries as well. And you can head west as well as east sometimes and get out and enjoy. I enjoyed it there. Homemade meatball sub. Best ever. But it was nice to get outside. More, usually I'm not a heat and humidity guy, as most of you know. And, sometimes, when we go out, my wife loves the heat. Even if it's 80 degrees, she likes to stay in the sunshine. Me, I don't, that's just too warm for me. But that April sun, which isn't that strong, even though we had blue sky there at the time. The rain, of course, came in later in the afternoon, but we were long gone by then. But it was nice to be outside. There was a nice breeze. It was about 80 degrees, but no humidity. And that the April sun, mid-April sun, just isn't that strong. I'm like, boy, if summers could be like that, where I had the warmth without all that humidity, I would be a happy man. But it was nice to get outside, and actually stayed out the full time. Usually, I stay out maybe 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm heading for shade. Um, but it was nice to actually be able to sit outside, enjoy lunch, enjoy a meal, and enjoy relaxation after contorting yourself trying to get that raised garden bed built. But we got a lot done. My wife and my daughter got a lot of yard work done, doing some planting, and hopefully you got out and enjoyed as well. Here we are in Edinburgh right now. Here's April as we usually think of it: gray skies, and obviously some rain had fallen in Edinburgh earlier, but the roadways are dry. Some of the other roads were a little bit wet. Let's go to Conneaut Lake. They did have some showers earlier. You can see their roadways are dry, but that solid overcast in the wake of the frontal passage that went through last evening. It came through. We're quick, a good wind. My son came to the house yesterday evening and said, "Dad, do you know that the recycle bin fell over and you have garbage strewn all over the front yard?" Yeah, that was fun to go out in windy and cooler conditions. It got cooler outside, but the house is still pretty warm. And I'm there in shorts and a t-shirt, picking the stuff up, not realizing that, oh my gosh, it's cold out there. But I picked everything up and put it back when I left for work this morning. Thankfully, the bin hadn't been knocked over again. Now we have a trough coming through the Michigan area, and you can see, yeah, snow, wet snow, nothing that's accumulating here. That trough is going to eventually come our way later in the day, and by the time it reaches here, though, it'll be pretty much all rain. But as we head on toward the evening hours, you can see the rain showers, a little bit more wet snow mixing in. And then after midnight, it's pretty much all wet snow, though maybe a mix here in Erie. And a steady band here and there into the early morning hours tomorrow. Could be enough where those of you in the traditional snow belts, Lori, and the rest of you out there at Edinburgh, Corey, you might get 1/2 to 1 inch, maybe, on the grassy areas. And if it snows hard enough, you might get a light slush on the pavement. But the pavement's pretty warm. It had a full week to really absorb a lot of heat from the sun. The pavement doesn't just give it off all, right away. So I don't suspect any serious problems on the roadways for traveling tomorrow morning, but it is a reminder that we are in April and winter is not done yet. We just got badly spoiled last week. So as we head toward Tuesday, strong west to southwest wind. Um, I know southwest is usually considered a warm wind. Not this time, though. It's a chilly wind. And then we finally see the winds go south, a true south. And that's when more sunshine. Actually, Wednesdays look like a decent day. Normal high for this time of year is like 56, 57, and we'll get back close to the normal for early next week. So again, maybe a coating to an inch of snowfall for those of you in the snow belts. Very little here in the city. Now, the one good thing that the rain did provide, besides obviously giving us actually some much needed rainfall, just for the plants to get some rainfall after a very dry. It was very dry. Remember, the dew points up until yesterday were very low, and so you have the drying from the sun, and the atmosphere itself was dry. So the plants, were lost a lot of moisture content, but they are, the rain gave them that rain that gave the plants back. It definitely eased the burning problems and the threat of brush fires that you had all of last week. And it helped to temper the tree pollen. I'm still amazed at just how much pollen still goes in the air, even though you get some good rain and wind. Tree pollen still on the moderate to high side. Once the pollen count gets to, they usually go from 0 to, I think, 15. Don't quote me on that for pollen counts. Anything 10 or above is high. Right now, today is expected to be around 8. Still high, but not too bad. Typically, those of you who have definite allergies can feel it as little as 4. So your nose will probably still run, eyes still water, but hopefully it won't be quite as bad. Grass and weed pollen, hold off until later in the day. UV index, as you might expect, will not get above 3 with the overcast conditions. And it also, remember the air quality index yesterday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday was in the low 60s, which is actually kind of high. It was in the moderate range, a lot of particulate matter, or PM as we call it. But today, the one thing that the rain does do, it helps wash out those pollutants, which tend to be larger size than tree pollen. So it can get washed out easier by the rainfall. Well, let's say hello to Bunny Hopper. Good morning to you. Hey, Todd, good to see you. Bob and Sue out there in Jacksonville. Good morning to you. Hey, Shelly, 40 degrees. I'm hoping it won't damage the leaves, Shelly. I'm thinking the buds are still pretty small on your trees out there. This isn't tree snapping snowfall here. And again, I think 1 inch at the most. Kim, another Corey gal there. Same thing for you. Both of you at 40 degrees. Hello, Nancy. Nice to see you. April, hello to you. Pamela Sue, good morning. Phyllis, Edinburgh gal, 43. You could get a light snowfall amount tonight rather. Yes. You don't. Bill, 1 inch. I don't think you'd use a snow blower for that. It'd be a heavier, wet snow, and could probably push it off with a shovel there. Cindy Leby, good to see ya. Yeah, it was beautiful yesterday. Hey, Lori, 41. No doubt you and Bob enjoyed the weather from last week. Thank you, Cheryl. Keep praying for Dave. We haven't heard much new, by the way. I know I've been pretty silent, but I haven't heard much from them. And honestly, I don't know if that's good or bad news, but please keep praying for him. Cancer's still cancer. So please keep Dave in your prayers. And if we hear anything, I will pass it along. Hello to you, Lori. Good to see you. Oh, good fishing. That's right. Good fishing over the weekend. A lot of people out in the bay fishing, kayaking, all that good stuff there. And hello to you, Becky, 42. Gloomy, not much rain. Danielle, hello out there in Mercer. Nice to see you. Oh, your greenhouse is finished, Joe. Oh, good. Okay. Sounds good. Good for you. I'm glad it's up and running. Hey, Sue, Pittsfield gal, furnace, put the furnace on to kill the chill. Yeah. Good morning to you, Sally. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Um, if I recall, isn't the Farm Bureau going to have something this Saturday? I haven't seen anything in a while. Unfortunately, we'll be out of town. I'll be out of town all next week, so I won't be able to be part of it again this year. At least it's not a mandatory news meeting. Actually, have a better legitimate excuse. My brother-in-law and his wife are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary this weekend. So my wife and I will be down for that. We'll be gone all next week, just enjoying some time down there as well. Again, my apologies for missing it. If it is on this weekend, it's always a fun time out there. Hey, you got your raised boxes ready? Yep, got the fresh soil in there. Nothing smells like good fresh soil. Love it. The Agri Fund Day, thank you. I couldn't think of it. And it is going to be a great time. The Community Agri Fund Day, Saturday, Northeast High School. Take a gander out there. They got some cool stuff there. Especially for the kids, even though it is, for adults as well. Animals, everything agriculture. Also, some pretty good stuff to eat too. Thank you. I am tan. Nope, it's the makeup, Lori. It's not the sun that I had. And you know what? I'm realizing, my goodness, it's almost time. Having way too much fun talking to you guys. So here's a quick look at the 7-day. Temperatures chilly today, tomorrow, lower to mid 40s, rain and snow. Now we get that typical April roller coaster, near 70 by Thursday, but this weekend, unfortunately, back to chill. It could be a chilly time for us as we make our way out of town. But that's okay. Hopefully it'll rebound again next week. Okay, people, gotta fly. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your day. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.